What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. I have a match today. Purple Black Minx Perona versus Piss Kid versus Yellow Kid. This is not a matchup I like to play. I think that I don't like to play against Kid because they're just popping my life. Like, I haven't figured out the strategy yet because I'm going to take a very aggressive strategy of, I run a decent amount of blockers. I run 8 in this deck, and I'm going to be able to see them a decent amount in this game, and I'm just going to take all my life because I don't want to get to a state where he's like, I'm countering out to save life early, I get no cards in hand, and he just pops my life. So that's the strategy I'm going with here. One of the things that's great is if he turns his Hawkins into a blocker, I can just rest it. So we're kind of like, we're Hawkins proof in a way. We don't have to swing into his Hawkins ever. And if we do everything according to plan, we can just keep it frozen. He taps 1 for a Luffy Searcher, search top 5 for a Supernova. He's able to grab that Hawkins. We're going to start off with, we mold our hand. We don't have what we're looking for, but we're able to tap 1 for a Wanda Searcher, search top 5 for a Mink. We're looking for Carrot. The only one we can grab is Shishilian, so we'll grab that. And then we're going to tap 1 for another Wanda Searcher, search top 5, where again, we're looking for Carrot. Can't find it. We could grab some 2Ks, could grab a Pedro. We already have a Pedro, already have a 2K. Could grab it. I mean, it's obviously better to grab more, but I just feel like Electric Luna is going to be an important card in this matchup, so I'm going to grab it. So I keep 2. I'm going to pass. So I've searched through 10 cards, haven't found Carrot yet. Really need Carrot. So yeah. He goes to his 3 Dawn turn. He swings 5 life, and then he's going to swing 5 life again. I'm going to give him a 1K Shishilian. We go to our 4 Dawn turn. We're going to swing the Wanda into the Luffy. We're going to swing 5 life. He takes, no trigger, and we're going to tap 4 for a Pedro blocker. So our hand's looking decent, except for we don't have a Carrot. Like, that would be the ideal play. He swings 5 life, we take. He taps 4 for the Hawkins. He still has 1 Dawn standing. He's going to tap 1 for another Luffy Searcher. So he's played 2 Luffy Searchers. I've played 2 Wanda Searchers. We're digging through our decks, looking for what we want to find. He grabs a 2K X-Drake that can also rest things. I'm just kind of reading it, making sure I'm at lower life, so I'm safe. As long as it's lower, we're at equal life or lower. He flips over the top life, and he makes the Hawkins a blocker, and the top life is an 8-cost Kid. So I'm going to tap 1 for You Can Be My Samurai to rest the 2 Searchers. Still haven't found Carrot. It'd be great to play 1 right here. We're going to tap 1 for a 3rd Wanda Searcher. And we still can't find a Carrot, but we'll grab an Electric Luna. So we've gone through at least 15 cards looking for Carrot, and we can't find it. We've hit 2 life. We can't find Carrot. It's getting kind of cooked, this matchup. We use Leader Ability to rest the Hawkins. There's no way we're going to let him use that as a blocker. We're going to swing 5 life. He counters out. And then we're going to tap 4 for another Pedro, and we're going to pass. So we have 2 blockers, feeling like a decent spot. We're setting up the wall. I think this is how this matchup should go. I feel like we're playing it all right. It's just we don't have Carrot. If we had a Carrot right there, we keep that Hawkins frozen, and then we can free something else next turn. He taps 1 for a Luffy Searcher of his 3rd Luffy Searcher, so we each search 3 times. We're digging through our decks. He swings the Luffy into the Wanda. He swings 7 life. He take, no trigger. And he taps 3 for a Bonnie Searcher. He could have swung the Hawkins, but he didn't. We go to our 8 Dawn turn. A Luna could go hard here. We could rest the Hawkins. We could rest the Bonnie. I would Hody here. I would love to Hody in Electric Luna, but I can't do that. But I'm thinking this through. I'm gonna start swinging at his life because I want to swing at his life, but then I'm gonna give him that Kid, and that Kid's just gonna pop my last life. Like, that's what he would do next turn on his 9 Dawn turn. So I think the better play is, what if I just play Hody? What if I just take my own last life, make sure I get that card, I can rest his blockers, and I can swing 8 face, like hit him. Like, I think that's a smart play. So I'm going to do that. Tap 8 for a Hody. Rest the 2. We're going to keep the Hawkins standing. Doesn't matter too much. The reason the Hawkins isn't a blocker, I'm going to swing the Wanda into the Luffy. And then I can swing into this Bonnie here. Where I think I make a slight mistake is I swing 5 into the 4, and I should have swung 6 into the 4, because now I'm just swinging this big 9. Should put my last down on leader and swing 6 into the 4. So just a fundies mistake. I'm making some decent mistakes this game. He's reading the Pedro. He goes to his 9 Dawn turn. At this point, too, and I don't think I realize it, that Hawkins' ability no longer means that much to me, because if I KO it, like, I pop a life. I don't have any life to pop, so effectively we're okay. He was asking about if I played a Hody with no life, what happens. And I'm like, yeah, you just do as much as you can. Like, you have to do what's in bold, but after that, you do as much as you can. Yeah, we have a deep, strong hand. We are going to 10 Dawn next turn. We can Dofi potentially, depending on what he does. He swings 6 life. We'll give him a 2K. His 8 Dawn standing. I'm expecting him to play a kid, even though he can't. He plays a Katakuri and he puts a Pedro to my life. So that's kind of interesting. Now I'm thinking about it. Now we're in the same situation, but I don't have a Hody take that last life again. Where he's probably going to be able to pop that Pedro, because I'm going to swing into his life, and then he's going to be able to. He's going to be able to get that kid from his life. But we did finally draw a carrot. We do have a Bonnie. So we could carrot Bonnie here. I think maybe we have multiple. No, yeah, carrot Bonnie, freeze a Dawn, freeze the Hawkins. Swing 5 life. He takes. No trigger. It's the kid. We still have the Hody swing. We could put Dawn on the Wanda if we wanted to. We could play 2 for a carrot blocker. Gonna swing 8 life. He gives 2 2Ks. We're gonna tap 5 for a carrot, freeze the Hawkins. We're gonna tap 5 again for a Bonnie and freeze a Dawn. So now we're in a spot where he has 2 swings showing, but we have a blocker. He could pop our life with the kid. That's what I'm expecting him to do. We have a decent amount of counter we can get out of one of these swings. He swings 9 into the 8. I give him a 2K, and then he plays the kid down and turns over a life and makes the kid a blocker. So now here's where I don't know what goes through my head. My entire plan here is like, he didn't swing his leader. He said it was a mistake, but it was a smart mistake, because if he swings his leader, I'm just 10 drop Dofing. Like, that's the move here. I have 2 blockers, or excuse me, I have 1 blocker, and even if he goes to block, like, to kill that, like, I think I have a decent amount of counter where maybe I can get out of it. I think that's just a stronger move to drop the 10 cost Dofi. But, like, he didn't swing his leader, so I have to kind of worry about that now. So, like, I could Luna here. I could -1 to the cat. I have the carrot. I have, like, the carrot can freeze something. I'm just really thinking this through, and I think the idea here is, what I'm going to do is eventually save 3 for Luna. 3 for Luna and try to freeze his board, but I'm not going to be able to freeze the kid. Here's where I also make just a huge mistake, just me making a big brain fart. I'm not accounting for that kid being a blocker. It's a blocker. It gained blocker. He used leader ability and gained blocker. In my head, that's not a blocker. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to start off with a 5 life. And the top life is a Hawkins, which is a draw 2, trash 1 trigger. He's thinking it through. I'm thinking it through. I have all these Lunas in hand. I'm gonna swing 5 life. He draws 2. He takes, draw 2, trash 1. I'm gonna swing 7 life, freeze the Hawkins. He gives me 2k, 1k. I think the 5 Dawn I have set aside is for a Luna and a blocker, the carrot blocker. I'm going to swing 7 life. I'm just going to swing 6 life, actually. Keep those 3. He takes. I'm thinking I'm going to swing 5 life, or excuse me, I have 4. It's 4 Dawn standing. 4. I have the 5, which again, I think 3 is Luna, 2 is a blocker. I'm gonna swing 6 life again. He takes, and at this point, I'm like, whoa, dude, do I have game? Did he just take all? Is he completely bricked? He's got the blocker. I don't know what I'm thinking here. I go away from my game plan of the blocker Luna, and I just go, and he goes, oh, block, and I go, oh, dude, I'm such an idiot. And he's like, yeah, he didn't say that, but like, I made a huge mistake. And at this point, the game's gone because he has game pretty much. Like, he has lead and he has the cat. And I don't have the counter to counter out of like a huge swing. So I think I'm going to lose. I'm in a headset if I just completely threw the game. He swings 5 life, I give counter. He swings 8 life, and I just immediately give him the blocker. And again, that's a huge mistake. He gave me an out back because I could have countered out of that swing and then used the blocker on the ace. So I'm just an idiot. Ultimately, I threw this game, but shouts out to my opponent. I don't want to take anything away from how he played it. He played it well. He played it good. He put the pressure on me. He forced me to make mistakes, and I made mistakes. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, I could have potentially won this game, but I made some mistakes. Shouts out to my opponent. He played it well. Again, I don't want to take anything away from what he did. But yeah, at this point, like, I wasn't feeling pretty happy with myself, just because, like, I made so many mistakes in this game, and I made the mistakes and I instantly knew they were mistakes. I don't know what was going through my head. I don't know what I was thinking. But this is the last game I have of Minx Perona. The tournament continued on, but at this point, it descended a little. Oh, you'll see in the next video what it is. But ultimately, what I'll say about Minx Perona is it's a fun deck. It can win. It can obviously lose to some matches, like a hard loss to Control Shanks. It probably hard loses to Lucci, even though I won the one Lucci I played against. But it's a fun deck that'll catch people off guard. So ultimately, glad I did it. I love Perona. I think this deck was pretty fun to play and a good switch up. But thanks for tuning in. Let me know. I mean, don't let me know in the comments for this. I made so many mistakes. I know this is a curse game. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you next time.